Hi guys, now we are going to see the topic about the two-dimensional character array. Already we had seen about the single-dimensional character array. See, the single-dimensional character array, it is used to store the string to a variable. Say here, suppose if you are declaring the variable, for example, name of here 20. That means here to the variable name we can store up to the 20 letters. The length of the name is 20. This is the single dimensional array. Here we are using only the single dimension. Here we can store the string, that is single string only. Suppose if we need to store more than one string to a variable, then we should use the two-dimensional character array. By help of the two-dimensional character array, more than one strings can be stored to a variable. See, for example, in our class totally 60 students. Suppose if I need to store the 60 students name to a variable, then here I should use the two-dimensional array. By help of the two-dimensional array only, I can store more than one string to the variable. See, here this is the single dimensional array. Now let us see the syntax about the two-dimensional character array. See here, two-dimensional character array. The syntax as like this single dimensional array only here. Very first data type, that is what data type, always we will store the string in the character data type only. So here I am declaring the data type as the character. Next, after that, variable name. Here for example, name list. Here this is my variable name. Here 60 students means totally 60 student. I can store 60 student names, that is the 60 strings. For each and every string, here I can store up to length 25. That means each and every name, the maximum size of the name I can store up to 25 characters. See, totally this is variable name. This variable name is name list, or otherwise we can say it as array name also. This array name is name list. Here what type of data type? This one, character data type. So I can store the data, character data. Totally it has two dimensions. First dimension is known as row. This one is column. Here otherwise this row, it specifies number of strings in array. This one, column value, that is dimension 2, it specifies the maximum length of each and every individual string. First dimension, it refers the number of strings in an array. Suppose if I want to store the student name list, here number of strings, that is each and every student name is a string. Here totally 60 strings, that is 60 students name I can store. Next dimension, each and every student's maximum I can store up to the 25 letters. Now let us see how to initialize the two-dimensional array. Here see here, for example, I am declaring the variable. Here very first data type, that is character data type. Next array name or variable name. Here let us assume flowers. The variable name is flowers. Here I am declaring, suppose if I want to store 5 flower names, here I can specify first one row, that is 5 flowers. 5 flowers can be stored. Each and every flower that is length of the string I am telling. Here maximum I am giving 10. That means here totally I can store up to 5 flowers. Each and every flowers the maximum length is 10. That means 10 letters can be stored. So here for example, let us take first flower here lotus. I can initialize in this way also. Next comma, second string name lily. Here rose. We can initialize the value like this. So while storing in the memory, here it will store like this. Flower, this is the variable name. Here totally this one first dimension, that is 0th row, second one, first, second, third and fourth. See here each and every individual string it has, we can store maximum 10 letters. So here this one is 0 column value, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 0 to 9 totally 10 letters we can store. So while declaring you should declare like this. Here lotus. So while storing the string, the 0 row we are storing the name lotus. So it has totally 5 letters. So at the end of the position here the /0 is assigned by system, /0. Next name, this one is lily. Here lily, this also 5 letters. Here at the end of the string /0. See next jasmine. Here totally 7 letters. Next one here sunflower. It has totally 9 letters. So at the end of the position /0. See here after rose. Here /0 at the fourth position. See for each and every time when we are storing the string, already we can see in the single dimensional array at the end of the string the /0 is assigned by the system. See here /0, here /0, here /0, here /0. While declaring this one, that is maximum length we can declare. See suppose here if you are storing the column value as 5, then here at this step when we are storing the sunflower or jasmine, here the overflow will occur, this error will be occur. So when we are declaring the memory space, we should declare the maximum space. Here if you are giving 10, totally 10 space. Here within the 10 space we can use, suppose if we are using the here lotus, here we are using the 5 letters, remaining 5 space were free. If it is free, then no problem. So that only while declaring the column value or while declaring the length value, you declare the maximum range value. See next, let us see how we can get the input to the two-dimensional array. See for example, here I am declaring the variable. Here the data type is character. Next the variable name, let us assume it as country. I am assigning the 3, after that 15. That means I can store the 3 countries to the array. Each and every country, that length, the name of the length, it should be within 15. So I have declared here the maximum size of the second dimensional, the length as 15. So here if you want to give the input to the variable country, here by help of the scanf function and getters function, by using these two functions we can store the input values to the variable country. See, for example, here input to the variable we can use scanf function. By help of the scanf function we can give the input to the variable country, and another one getters function. By help of this getters function also we can give the input value to the variable country. See, suppose if I want to store the countries, 3 countries, here I can use the for loop. By using the for loop we can give the multiple strings to the variable, 2-dimensional variable. See here, for example, if I am declaring for loop, here integer I is equal to 0, I is lesser than 3, I plus plus. By help of this for loop we can give the input to the variable. See, first I am using this scanf function. Here by help of this scanf function, I am in this scanf function we should declare what kind of data we are going to store to that variable. Here we are going to store the string value. So here I am using the %s. Next here the variable name, that is country of here I. That's enough. So here I am specifying the first dimension, that is up to from 0 to second value, that is totally 3 countries I can store to the variable. This variable name is country. Here the second dimension, here we no need to specify here, because this %s it is used for storing the string value to the variable. So here I is equal to 0, it check the condition true, it come inside. Here I am telling to give the input to the variable country. So suppose if I am giving India, that India, the string India will be stored to the variable country of 0th position. Country, totally I have declared 0, 1, 2, that is 3 countries I can store to the variable name country. Here each and every country it has maximum size about 15 letters we can store. So it starts, this also column value also it start from, this is the length of the string for each and every string, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Here totally 14, 0 to 14, that means 15 columns. See, when I is equal to 0, it check the condition true, it come inside. Here by using scanf function I am giving the input to the country of ith value, that is country I value is 0, country of 0th position. Here I am giving the string, that is %s, it is used for string. What is string? The array of character is known as string. This %s is used to store the array of character. So here of country of ith value, that is country of 0th value, I am going to store the array of character. That is very first input. If you are giving the India, this country name will be stored at the this location, country of 0th location. So here INDIA, at the last position the /0, it is assigned by the system when we are using this scanf or getters function. Suppose we are using any one of the function and if we are giving the input to the variable, that variable that values will be stored in the variable. At the end of the position, the slash 0 will be assigned by the system itself. Next here, the I value will be incremented. See, for loop, now I value is previous value plus 1. Previous value of I is 0. So 0 plus 1, 1. Here it check the condition, 1 is lesser than 3. So condition true. Again it come inside. Suppose if you are giving country of ith position, now I value is 1. Country of 1 is equal to. Suppose if you are giving Africa. This Africa is stored to the location country of 1. So here Africa is stored here. Next at the end of the string slash 0. Next again the I value will be incremented. Now I value is 2. Here it check the condition whether 2 is lesser than 3, the condition true. So again it come inside the loop. Here by help of this scanf function I am giving the input to the country of index value, that is position 2. Here suppose if you are giving Australia, the value Australia, that is string Australia is stored in the location country of second location. So here also the at the end of the string slash 0 is assigned by the system. So this one is 0th location, country of 0th location. This one is country of first location, country of here second location. See, in this way we can store. See, here by help of the scanf function we can give input. Suppose if you want to give the getters function, we can give getters function also. Here getters, this is the function name. Next here inside, here for the getters we no need to specify the format specifier and all. Directly we can give the variable name inside the getters function. So here getters, after that the variable name, that is variable name is country here. So country of here inside I. So for each and every time in the loop, for each and every position it gets the country name and will store to the variable. So in this way we can give the input. See, now we are going to see a simple program. By this program we are going to store the string, more than one string. After we are going to display the stored string in the display screen. This program it is used to two-dimensional character array. Here header file, see, after header file this is the main function. Next here I am declaring the variable. See, suppose if I need to store the subjects in a array, after that I am going to display the subject names. This is the program. So here I need to declare the two-dimensional character array for storing the subject names. So here character, next my variable name is subject. After that here two-dimensional, totally 5 subjects I am having. For each and every string I am using here 10, that is length of the string I can store up to maximum 10 characters for each and every string. See here another one variable, integer variable, I am declaring it as I. It is used for the for loop. See, next here I need to store the 5 subjects. So by help of the loop I can store the more than one string value to the variable. So here I am using the for loop. Here percentage yes, because I am going to store the string value to the variable subject. Here I, subject of I. See, this one is used for getting the input, and now I am going to display the output. What the value you have stored inside this variable, I am going to display that strings. So here the variable name is subject. See, this one wide main, here open brace and close brace. This is first for loop. I am using this for loop for getting input to the variable, and this one second for loop. This loop is used for printing, that is display the output to the display screen. See, very easy program. Here let us see the output. Here at very first, here I have declared the totally two variables only. First variable, it is used for storing the subject name, and the second variable, it is used for the for loop. Here in this step, it asks enter the subject names. See, after that it goes to the loop. Here I am using the for loop. Here the I value will be changed for each and every iteration. If the condition true, inside I am telling to give the input value. This is input. I am telling to give the input for subject of I. That is see, now let us see about the iteration value. Here very first I is equal to 0. It check the condition initialize value. It check the initialize value. This condition is true. So 0 is bigger less than 5. It come inside. Here I am getting the input to the subject of ith value. Now I value is 0. So subject of I value is 0. Suppose if you are giving the subject name in the keyboard, that name will be stored to this location, subject of 0th row. So here suppose if you are giving the value Tamil, this string Tamil will stored to the location subject of 0th location. Next the I value will be incremented here to 1, the previous value plus 1. So here now I value is 1. Next it will check the condition, 1 is lesser than 5. So again once it is condition is true, it go inside the for loop. Inside the for loop I am telling to give the, by help of the scanf function, I am telling to give the input to the subject of ith value. So subject of what is the I value now? Here I value is incremented to 1. So here 1. Suppose if you are giving the subject name English, this string English will be stored to the location subject of first location. In similar way, next I value will be 2. Here in same as before, here subject of second value. Here suppose if you are giving the subject name as Max, the string Max will be stored to the variable subject of second location, second position. Next in similar way, I value will be incremented to 3 after subject of third location, suppose if you are giving the subject name science, this science name will be, subject name will be stored to the location subject of third location. In same way, after ith value will be 4. Here once ith value is 4, here this condition also true. Next here it come inside, here I am getting the input to the variable subject of fourth position. Suppose if you are giving social, this name social will be, subject name will be stored to the variable subject of fourth position. So in this way we can store the, give the input to the variable, that is two-dimensional character array we can store in this way. So by help of the percentage %s we are storing the string value to the position. Here I is the position, subject of 0th position I am storing the string Tamil. Percentage %s is used for storing the string. At next time here, after I value incremented, at the subject of first position I am storing the string value English, and similar way second position, third position, up to fourth position we are giving some string and we are storing some string. See totally how much memory it will occupy. See here in two-dimensional subject, here first one is 5, so in memory it will take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. After that here second dimension 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here totally 2 dimension value. First row, second row, third row. At the first row I have stored the Tamil. So at the end of the position /0. See next in same way at the first location I have stored English, here /0. At the second location I have stored Max. At the third location I have stored Science. At the end of the string, the /0 is assigned by the system itself. Next at last social, here /0. See totally this /0 at the end of the string, this /0 is assigned by the system. See totally how many bytes it occupies. See by default the character data type, what is the default size of the character data type? Default size of the character data type is 1 byte. So here in this two-dimensional array totally 5 into 10 into size, here 1 byte, for each and every character byte is 1 byte. So totally 50 bytes. 50 bytes were allocated. In that 50 bytes this data were stored inside the memory. So next here up to this we have give the input and we have stored the input values to the variable. Now here this for loop it is used to print the stored value in the display screen. This for loop is used for storing the input values. After that here it comes here, it will say printf /n here subject names. So this message will print in the display screen, that is subject names. After that here again I am using the for loop. Here this loop variable name is I. Here when at very first I value is equal to 0, I have initialized to 0 and I am checking the condition true. Again it come inside the for loop. Here I am telling to print the string value of subject of ith position. See, so what is the I value? Here I value is 0. At subject of 0th position, what is the value? Subject of 0th position, the string Tamil. It will display in the display screen. In same way, next here the I value will be incremented. this one subject of ith position. So next I value is 1. Here subject of first position. What is the subject of first position? English. Here it will display the value English. It will display the string English. Next I value is 2. This loop will be incremented for each and every time. Here after incrementing the I value, at that position subject of ith position is now subject of 2. At that position what the string, that string will be displayed here. Here at the position of subject 2, here the string max, I have stored max. Next I value incremented to 3. Here subject of third position string science. It will display the string science. After that at fourth position I value is 4. Here I am telling to print the subject of fourth position. Subject of fourth position is here. What is the string? String is social. So these subject names will be displayed in the display screen in this way. After that it will check the I value. I value will incremented to 5. Here in this condition the condition is false, so it come outside. The controller will come to here get ch and it will come outside of the program. So here in this way we can store the string, that is the multiple strings we can store by using this two-dimensional array. If we need to store more than one string, by using this two-dimensional array we can store the multiple strings and we can display the multiple strings. See, now let us see another one program. Here we are going to store the list of names, and after that we are going to search the particular name in that list. See here void main. Here variable declaration path. Here character name list. Next here integer value variable I is used for the for loop. Next one found fnd. I am using the variable name as fnd. Here I am initializing this value to 0, because if the name is found inside the list, if a given name is inside the list, then this found value should be incremented. See how many times the given name were inside the list we are going to search now. Next I am using here printf. See here we should declare one variable. Here enter the name to search in the name list. See here we need to store the name, that is searching name. So here I need another one variable. So I am declaring, let us assume sname, searching name. Sname of, this is single dimensional array only, because we are going to give the single string only. After giving the single string to the variable sname, we are going to search that name whether it is inside the name list or not. So here 25, the maximum width 25. The length of the string I can store up to 25 characters can be stored. Here scanf %s. Next here sname. After that here again I am using another one loop for I is equal to 0. here we are going to use the string compare function. By help of the string compare function, we are going to compare these two strings. That is, in the name list, we are by position we are taking the name and we are comparing the S name. If it is both the string were equal, then the given name is found, otherwise it is not found. Suppose if it is found, we should increment that value by fnd value to 1. Let us see one by one here now. See, next here for I is equal to 0, I is lesser than 5, I increment. Here I am using this string compare function. So here I should mention the header file string.h header file, because the string compare function that is in the string header file. So here I am using the string compare function, so I am declaring the string.h header file at the top. See, here I am using this one, you know, string compare function always it returns some value. Suppose if it returns the value 0, then the given both the strings are equal. Otherwise the both the string given string where both the strings were not equal. So here both the string means here first one, that is name in the name list, and here yes name. If it's equal to 0, then the condition is true. Here I am telling to increment the value fnd value. So fnd plus plus, the found value will be incremented. Next here I am closing this if condition and closing the for loop. See, no space, I am writing here. See, after finding here, finally I should display the number of times the name found. Next get ch and I am closing the main. See, this one main open brace and I am closing the brace here main. This for loop is used for getting the input value to the name list. This for loop is used for searching the name whether given name is inside the list or not. Next, this is if condition. Here the if condition, if the given name is found inside the list, then by help of this if condition I am incrementing the fnd variable, that is fnd I am initializing the 0. Here if the name found, then this value will be incremented one by one. See, now let us see the output. Already we had seen here at very first, here it will ask enter the 5 names. Here I am using the for loop. Here I value always it initializes from 0. Here next this one input, scanf function it is used for input, getting the input values for name list of I. Name list is the array name or variable name. Here to the name list of ith position, whatever value if you have given in the keyboard, that will be stored to that name list of ith position. So here at very first I value is 0, here I value is here 0, name list of ith position, that is 0th position. Suppose if I am giving the name as if, this name as if is stored to the variable name list of 0th position. See, at same way after that after getting the input, the I value will be incremented to 1, and after that it will check the condition whether 1 is lesser than 5. This condition is true. Once it is true, again it go inside the for loop and it get the input by help of the scanf function. It get the input to the variable name list of ith position, that is the first position. Say next I value is incremented to 1. After that check the condition, it go inside. By help of this scanf function we are getting the input to name list of first position. Suppose if you are giving Gopi, then this name Gopi is stored to the name list of first position. In similar way, see, I will next increment it to 2 at the second position. Suppose if you are giving the value Balu, this name Balu is stored to the name list of second position. After that, third one, name list of third position. If you are giving Asif, this name Asif is stored to the third position. Next, fourth position, name list of fourth position. Suppose if you are giving Charles, this name Charles is stored to the fourth position. See, after that I value will be incremented to 5. Here it will check the condition is false, so it come outside of the loop. The controller will come here. Here I am telling to print enter the name to search in the name list. So here again this message will be printed, that is enter the name to search in the list. After that, here by help of the scanf function I am getting the string value to sname to this variable. Say here, suppose if you are giving in the keyboard, if you are typing it as if, this name will be stored to sname. See, sname. See, now this sname, it holds the string, that is Asif. After that, getting the input to the sname, here another one for loop is there, so it will execute from I value will be initialized to 0, from 0 to 4, totally 5 times. Inside this for loop I am comparing the name sname with the name list. See here, after getting the input to the sname, now the controller will come here. Here I am using another one for loop. Here this for loop, the value of I is initialized to 0. After that, initializing the 0, here it will check the condition whether 0 is lesser than 5 or not. Here the condition true. So once the condition is true, it go inside the for loop. Here inside the for loop, here I am using one if condition. By help of this if condition, I am checking whether the string compare of name list of I and sname are equal. If it is equal, then it will returns the value 0, otherwise it will not return the value 0. So here this is the iteration value, for loop value I. Next here string compare. String compare of, I am comparing the name list of I. Name list of I and sname. So when I is equal to 0, it come inside here string compare of name list of ith value. Now I value is 0. What is the name list of 0th value? First one 0, I value is 0. Here name list of 0th value, that is name list of already we had stored 0th value is Asif. And it compare this name Asif with sname. In sname I had stored the value Asif. So this, when we are comparing these two strings, it returns the value equal to 0, because if it is both the string were equal, then it returns the value 0. So it is equal to 0. Once it is equal to 0, here the if condition it satisfied, so it come inside the if condition. Inside the if condition I am incrementing the f&d variable. See, the f&d variable already I have declared it as integer variable. Here I have initialized this value to 0. See, the plus plus operator, it will increment the value by 1, previous value plus 1. So here the f&d value, previous value is 0, 0 plus 1, 1. Now f&d will become, here the value of the f&d is now 1. It will become f&d variable, it holds the value 1. After that, finishing the condition, it will go, the I value will be incremented. Now I value is 1, In similar way, it will check name list of first position. In name list of first position, what is the value here? Name list of first position, that is Gopi. It compare Gopi with S name, that is S name is as if. Here it will not return 0 because not equal to 0. Because string compare value always returns 0 when both the string are equal, then only it will return the 0, otherwise it will not return 0. So here it is not equal to 0, so the controller will not go inside the if condition. So it come outside, from here it will come outside and the I value will be incremented to 2. Now I value is 2, again it will check the condition whether 2 is lesser than 5, yes, condition true, it will come inside. Here it will check the if condition whether the string compare of name list of I and S name are equal to 0 or not. Here name list of ith value, that is name list of here second value. What is the name list of second value? Balu. So this also not equal to given name S name as if. So this also not equal to 0. Once it is both the string were not equal, then it will not go inside. So again without going inside, the controller will go to the next iteration, that is I value will be incremented. Now I value is 3. After that it will check the condition 3 is lesser than 5. Next it will come inside, again it will compare name list of 3 is compared with the S name. The name list of 3, what is the name list of 3? As if. And what is the given S name? That is as if, both were equal. So here now it returns the value 0, so it is equal to 0. Once condition is true, it will go inside the if condition. So it goes inside the if condition. Inside the if condition, I am telling to increment the FND value, that is previous value plus 1. Here what is the previous value? Previous value is 1. Now 1 plus 1 here 2. The FND, it will hold the value now 2. In this step it will hold the value 2. So after the I value will be incremented to 4. Next at the fourth position, here it will check whether the fourth position of name list and given S name were equal or not. Here at the fourth position, this also not equal because at the fourth position I have stored it as Charles. Here the given name is as if, so these strings both were not equal to 0. So once it is not equal to 0, it will not go inside. Without going inside the if condition, it will go, I value will be incremented to 5. Once it is 5, the condition is false. So it come outside of the for loop and the controller will come here. Printf, this is the output. The output will be printed like this. The given name found. Here in this percentage D, the FND value will be displayed. So here what is the FND value? The FND value is 2. So here the given name found 2, after that the message times. The given name found 2 times. So the as if the given name is founded 2 times in the list. So in this way we can compare the string.